My name is Xin Yang. I work at VMware in the cloud storage team. I'm also a co-chair in CNCF Tech Storage and Kubernetes SIG Storage. Today, I will talk about what's new in Kubernetes storage. I will talk about what we did in 1.23 and 1.24 release, and then quickly go over what we're working on in 1.25 and beyond. First, let me go over what we did in 1.23. We have two FS group related features moved to GA in 1.23. One is skip volume ownership, and the other one is CSI FS group policy. There's also a third FS group feature which moved to beta, that is delegate FS group to CSI driver instead of kubelet. The third GA feature in 1.23 is generic ephemeral volumes. This feature allows any existing storage driver that supports dynamic provisioning to be used as an ephemeral volume with the volume's lifecycle bound to the pod. This allows a PVC to be created as an ephemeral volume along with the pod. This PVC can be used to provide scratch storage that's different from the root disk. This ephemeral PVC will be deleted when the pod is deleted. There's no need to write a special driver to support this feature. All storage class parameters for volume provisioning are supported. All features supported with PVCs are supported. This includes storage capacity tracking, snapshotting, cloning, and volume resizing. We also have a few alpha features in 1.23. The first one is recover from resize failure. This is an issue that we are trying to fix for the volume expansion feature. If the storage system can't expand the volume to the requested size due to capacity constraint, in the past, there was no way to recover from this. In 1.23, we introduced an alpha feature to address this issue by allowing the user to retry with a smaller value. The second feature listed on this slide is to prevent volumes from being leaked when deletion is out of order. This means PV reclaim policy should always be honored. If it is deleted, then the volume on the storage system should be deleted when the PV is deleted, regardless of whether PVC or PV is deleted first. This is alpha in 1.23. The third alpha feature is to automatically delete the PVCs created by SafeSet. This is a project we co-owned with SIGApps. In 1.23, we have also announced that flex volume is deprecated. Please use CSI drivers instead. Now, let me talk about what we did in 1.24. The first one I want to highlight is volume expansion. Volume expansion was introduced as an alpha feature in Kubernetes 1.8. It went beta in 1.11, and with Kubernetes 1.24, it is finally GA. This feature allows users to edit their persistent volume claim objects and specify new size in a PVC spec. Kubernetes will automatically expand the volume on the underlying storage backend and also expand the file system in use by the pod. This can happen either online or offline, depending on CSI drivers support. Command has done lots of work to bring this feature to GA. There's also this recovering from resize failure feature mentioned earlier that is aimed to make this feature more robust. The next feature I want to highlight is CSI storage capacity tracking. It was introduced in 1.19, an API for a CSI driver to report storage capacity and uses that information when choosing a node for a pod. This feature is especially important for local volumes where capacity is bound to each node. In 1.24, we also have a beta feature, volume populator. This allows us to provision a PVC front end. There are also a few alpha features in 1.24. CSI volume health is still alpha. We did an update by adding volume health into metrics in kubelet side. In 1.24, we introduced a non-graceful node shutdown alpha feature. This feature allows stable workloads to fail over to a different node after the original node is shut down, or in a non-recoverable state, such as a hardware failure or broken OS. Note that this is different from another feature called graceful node shutdown. A graceful node shutdown can be graceful only if the node shutdown action can be detected by the kubelet ahead of the actual shutdown. However, there are cases where a node shutdown action may not be detected by the kubelet. This could happen either because the shutdown command does not trigger the systemd inhibitor locks mechanism that kubelet relies upon, or because of a configuration error. To use this new non-graceful node shutdown feature, you must enable the node out-of-service volume detach feature gate for Kube Controller Manager. Manually set the out-of-service taint on the shutdown node. The pods on the shutdown node will be deleted. Persistent volumes attached to the shutdown node will be detached. For stable sets, new pods will be created successfully on a different running node. Now let me talk about this new alpha feature, control volume mode conversion. Without this feature, it is possible to create a PVC from a volume snapshot with a volume mode that is different from original volume mode. This could lead to a potential security issue if there is a CVE in the kernel. On the other hand, converting the volume mode is being used by backup vendors for more efficient backups. So we introduced this alpha feature that allows Kubernetes to check whether the user has permission to convert the volume mode. If not, reject the request. This way, we can support this valid use case only for authorized users. In 1.24, volume snapshot v1 beta 1 API is removed. Please update to v1 API as soon as possible. In 1.24, CSI storage capacity v1 beta 1 API is deprecated and it will be removed in a future release. Also, vSphere version less than 7.0U2 is deprecated in 1.24. This is related to CSI migration. We recommend users to upgrade to vSphere 7.0U2 and higher as soon as possible. Here's a table that shows the status of CSI migration. You can see that Cinder and Azure Disk moved to GA in 1.24. 1.24 is just released, so we just started with 1.25 planning. This list of features is still subject to change. As usual, SIG storage is busy in action. Features targeting GA includes CSI ephemeral inline volumes, local ephemeral storage capacity isolation, and so on. And we are still working on Cozy, trying to bring it to alpha in 1.25. We're getting very close to get the cat merged. We also have the secure Linux relabeling feature that we are targeting alpha. We have some features that are in design or prototyping. We also have cross-SIG and working group projects. So this is all that I want to talk about today. Thank you all for attending. Bye-bye.